What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken. Today, guys, we are here for some very exciting news. We've got some cool stuff to talk about coming out of Vinegar Syndrome today for the latest batch of Vinegar Syndrome releases, 4K and Blu-ray releases. Now, this is only partially what they are putting out as a part of their Black Friday slate, is what they call it. It's really their November slate, but they call it their Black Friday slate. This is the Black Friday Flash pre-order. We usually get this towards the end of September, I think, maybe early October, but they decided to push it back because they were just so overloaded with like the different sales that were going on or something. I think if I remember correctly, they pushed it back to just November the 1st. So they're announcing some of their Black Friday announcements now, which they usually do back in like late September. And then they'll announce the other two titles on actual Black Friday. But I will say the stuff like that just got announced today, if you order it today, you can still order the stuff that gets announced at the end of the month on Black Friday, and it's going to come all in the same order to you. So none of the stuff will actually ship until Black Friday weekend. Now, if you're a subscriber, you might get it a little bit earlier than everybody else, but I do want to point that out. But anyway, guys, look, I'm excited. I am really excited because we're talking about one of my childhood favorite movies, Congo. Let me make this bigger, guys. Freaking Congo got announced for 4K. I really feel like, I'm going to put myself up top. I really feel like these announcements are just catered to me. Like they really are just catered to me lately. Freaking Demolition Man, freaking Daylight. We got Dante's Peak coming to 4K. Now Daylight and Dante's Peak are next year. Twister came out this year. Like this is the year, like some of my all-time favorites. Like Congo is a movie I watched over and over again on VHS tape as a kid. Honestly, though, like I don't think I've seen Congo. I think the last time I watched Congo was on cable, and it was probably like the mid 2000s, maybe the early 2010s, but that's a stretch. So it's been a while since I've seen Congo, but it's coming to 4K, guys. And not only is it coming to 4K, let me scroll down real quick. It is getting a deluxe Vinegar Syndrome Ultra Edition coming to 4K. So this is a VSU. This is the 10th VSU in this line. The thing I like about the VSUs, guys, it's been going on for almost 3 years now, and they're only on number 10. Like they don't really wear out this line. This is a line that you can collect for responsibly and not break the bank. Now they are expensive when they come out, but I've got all 9 VSUs, and I'm going to get this one, so this will make the 10th VSU. But I like the fact that they kind of make them events in a way. And they're always non-horror titles. That was kind of the mission statement going in. They were supposed to be other genres other than horror, what they usually do. So I always thought that was really cool. And Congo like definitely fits the bill for sure. Like Congo is, it came out in the post-Jurassic Park era. I think it's also written by Michael Crichton as well. I think it was based on a Michael Crichton novel. And it was just that time where they were making monster movies that were also adventure movies, and that kind of mixed in like a scientific element as well. And I don't know, this is just a really cool movie I remember fondly watching when I was a kid. That with actual like scary parts to it. Like I remember being kind of scared watching this film. Like those gray apes were freaking scary. And I'm sure in 4K they're going to look fantastic. But this movie, let me just go through some of the screen grabs here, guys. And they're only showing the front of this, and they're showing the back as well with the diamonds and the lasers and all that stuff. That stuff is really cool. But you get into the actual like pictures, and you can just see like how fantastic this movie is going to look. It is going to look so good. It's like mostly in the jungle, and the colors in this film are going to just pop with the HDR and the Dolby Vision. And I can't wait, guys. This is an original. This is a native restoration from the original 35 millimeter camera negative. And they're going to do this one right. I just know that they are. And I like this cast is incredible. The cast is great. You got Laura Linney. You got Dylan Walsh in the film, who I honestly like. I was a big fan of Nip Tuck when I was on, and he's one of the main guys in Nip Tuck. And it's like I didn't even realize that was him until like a few years ago when I went back and rewatched it. So that was pretty cool. But Tim Curry's in the film. Freaking Bruce Campbell's in this movie. Like it's got a hell of a cast. Like Ernie Hudson's in the film. Like if you haven't seen Congo, like get excited because this is a hell of a fun time. Really fun adventure monster film for sure that I am just over the moon excited for. Let's dive into the details, guys. And I forgot to tell you guys to, like and subscribe and and all that good stuff. All that good stuff, guys. This is a breaking news video, Vinegar Syndrome announcement video, because I couldn't wait until the physical media report on Monday. We'll scroll down. I will say that I like, where's this sitting at right now? Usually they have a counter if it's below 1,000. I don't see this selling out. I honestly don't. Like, it'll probably still be available on Black Friday if you want to wait, but they made 10,000 copies of this. So I don't see Congo selling out. I don't know if it has that level of fan base. I could be wrong. Like, maybe it sells out today, but I don't see it selling out today. I think that Congo, you'll be just fine to wait till Black Friday, or possibly maybe a little bit longer than that. This thing, it's possible this movie won't sell out for a while. But this is directed by Frank Marshall, came out in 1995. Like, 1995, that was just a great year for me. I was 10 years old. I was just going nuts. These are the formative years, my movie going years when I was a kid. And I love disaster movies. I love monster movies. I love this kind of stuff, guys. So I cannot wait to revisit this one. This is a 2-disc set, 4K Ultra HD. It's on a UHD 100 disc. You got Region A Blu-ray, 4K UHD presented in Dolby Vision, high dynamic range, newly scanned and restored in 4K from the original 35mm camera negative. You got a commentary track with author, screenwriter Kelly Goodner and film historian Jim Hepple. You also got a new documentary here, a crash course in ape school, looking back at the creation of Congo's gorillas, and it's 50 minutes long. It's a new making of documentary featuring interviews with Stan Winston studio crew. So Stan Winston was responsible for the special effects here. And you got all the people involved in that, gorilla suit performers as well is going to be in that. So that's going to be really cool to watch and see how they did the gorilla stuff. Withstand the test of time, a conversation with Congo's makeup effects team, 13 minutes. You got Journey into the Unknown, 25 minutes long, an archival making of feature. You got extensive behind the scenes photo gallery, which is 7 minutes. Original teaser trailer, theatrical trailer. You got a 40-page perfect bound book with essays by Simon Abrams, Matt Singer, and Justin Liberty. So awesome stuff, guys. Like, again, I can't wait. And there's a lot of the other VSUs down there that they've done before. Really cool line. If you haven't bought a VSU yet, what I can tell you is it's some of the best physical media packaging that there is currently, I believe. So yeah, Congo is super exciting, guys. I'll just say it. Maybe some people's not excited. I can already hear the comment section. Congo sucked again. Congo sucks. But you know what? I just like shitty movies. I don't know, but these movies that came out in the 90s, like, maybe they don't age the best. I don't know. I'm not saying it's a 5-star movie. It's not a masterpiece, but I'm not saying it's Jurassic Park like level of great. But I always remember having a lot of fun watching Congo, and I cannot wait to have this movie on 4K because, like I said, like, it's gonna look beautiful. It will 100% look beautiful on 4K. You cannot deny that, especially coming from Vinegar Syndrome. All right, let's get into the next one because a lot of people were excited about this one as well. This is Looking for Mr. Goodbar. At first, I thought this was a cinematograph edition because I don't know what kind of movie this is. It's got Diane Keaton in it, but I thought it was a more like prestigious film. So I was thinking it was going to be a cinematography release, and apparently it's just a regular, like, straight up Vinegar Syndrome 4K, which is kind of crazy. It's a movie with Diane Keaton is in this film. So I don't know if it's more on the cult side. Who else is in this film? Is that William Shatner? I don't know much about this movie at all, to be honest. I mean, maybe it's a little bit more risque, and that's why they can say it's a more, because I don't know, like, this feels like a movie that like Criterion would put out or something. So it's just kind of weird that it's not a part of the cinematograph line. But this is 8,000 units. It's a 2-disc set. Another thing I'll point out, guys, is this is a Black Friday flash pre-order, which means that these items will only be available this weekend. Everything that I'm covering right now, which is another reason why I'm making this video, because if when Monday comes, I put the physical video report up, you won't be able to get this stuff until Black Friday. Like I said, like, you can get it this weekend, then it'll go away. It'll come back on Black Friday. But this is kind of the flash pre-order. And I believe it's supposed to be a few dollars cheaper if you get it now versus later. So that's one perk to getting it now. I did not get Mr. Goodbar because I got Congo, and I was just like, you know what? I want to try to keep my order low as far as the cost, because I don't know what they're going to announce at the end of the month. I know I'm probably going to be getting one of those titles, if not both of those titles that come out at the end of the month, to add to the order. So maybe when I get those, I'll lump Mr. Goodbar in there. as well. But as of right now, I just wanted to secure my copy of Congo. But yeah, let me know about this movie. Does this belong in the Vinegar Syndrome like proper line, or should it have been a cinematograph release? Let me know what you guys think about that, because I was kind of taken aback a little bit, because it kind of fits the like American classic theme that they're going for with that line. It's also in the 70s. Directed by Richard Brooks, Diane Keaton. You got Tuesday Weald, William Arthur, Richard Gere's in this movie. I heard this is one of like Richard Gere's like first roles, like breakout roles. Tom Berenger's in the film. 2-disc set, 4K Ultra HD. This is on a 100 gigabyte disc. Sorry, guys, I can't talk. Look, guys, there's the thing about Vinegar Syndrome. It's like you can say whatever you want about the movies they put out, but like to deny the level of care that they put into their releases, like when you compare them to other labels right now, there shouldn't be a doubt in anybody's mind that Vinegar Syndrome is at the top. They're at the tippy top, like next to Arrow Video, next to Second Sight. I think that those are probably the three best labels going right now as far as like quality of the release and the transfers. Those are probably the three best labels going right now, in my opinion. But Vinegar Syndrome, like the care they put in the packaging, the actual disc itself, and the special features, like they're really kind of untouchable. Like, and you compare that to like Criterion, who's not even putting HDR on a lot of their stuff. It's like, what is going on over there? It's like, so you want these kind of movies, like these classics, under the Vinegar Syndrome banner, in my opinion. Like that's why I know that the line is not for mainstream. Okay. I know it's not for mainstream. People kind of scoff at the mainstream stuff, as far as like the Vinegar Syndrome fans, they want the more cult stuff. But that's why I'm like, damn, I want everything to come out from Vinegar Syndrome, because they do the best work. Like I'm so happy that Congo is coming from them. But it's like you want like everything to come from them, and Arrow and Second Sight, because they're the best. So that's just the way I look at it. But newly scanned and restored in 4K from the original 35mm camera negative. And another thing I'll say too is the fact that it's going to be like the best quality. Paying $43 for a release, it sucks. But when you're getting like top tier quality, it makes it easier. I will say that. In comparison to paying like, $35 for a subpar studio release, or $30 for a subpar studio release. Let's get into the special features here, guys. You get a new commentary track. You got First Comes the Word, Richard Brooks, and Making of Looking for Mr. Goodbar. So you got a making of on here as well. It's 23 minutes long. You got Studs Terkel interview from 1976 with Looking for Mr. Goodbar author Judith Rossier. You got Defining Autonomy, the trial of Looking for Mr. Goodbar, 30 minutes, a visual essay by Brent Cowley on the obscenity trial following the film's theatrical release in Utah. So I guess this one was pretty controversial. Maybe it does belong in the Vinegar Syndrome line. Radio spots, 40-page perfect bound book with essays, reversible sleeve. I mean, it looks like a top tier release, guys. I'll probably get it. I will probably get it. I'll probably wait till the end of the month to get it though. But let me know if you're excited for Looking for Mr. Goodbar on 4K. Let's back out. We also got Blood Tracks, which, this is in line with the Vinegar Syndrome, what Vinegar Syndrome does. You got your slasher horror goodness right here, cult film that nobody's ever heard of. I'm sure there's people that heard of it, but it looks cool. It looks cool. I might get it at some point, but this honestly screams like, $13 daily deal at the beginning of the year for January, if I'm being honest, for the sale. So I don't think I'll be picking up Blood Tracks. But it's pretty cool. It looks cool. The cover's cool. This is from 1985. It's from my birth year, so that's cool as well. But I mean, look, guys, it's like, yeah, it's a silly horror films from the 80s. You got like an hour and a half of special features, with the actors and actresses. Like, and those are always great. Like, especially when they're like these actor and actresses that haven't really done anything since, and they're just surprised that they're coming back to talk about this, obscure movie that they started in the 80s. That's always pretty fun. So you got an audio interview with actress Tina Shaw as well. Archival features. So yeah, they do it up big, even for movies like this. An hour and a half of special features for Blood Tracks. Like, who else is gonna do that? But that's a cool release. Scroll down a little bit more. You got Black Eyed Susan. This is part of the Vinegar Syndrome Pictures line. This is number 8 in that line as well. Looks like a nice release. I'm not exactly sure what Black Eyed Susan is, but this thing's got 3,000 units. This is from 2024, so it's a newer film. I wonder if this is another movie that Vinegar Syndrome produced themselves, because there was that one movie, I think Eight Eyes, that they did themselves. So I wonder if this is another thing like that. Scored by renowned Italian composer Fabio Frizzi. Oh, damn. And photographed entirely on 16 millimeter film. Oh, yeah. Vinegar Syndrome Pictures is proud to present Black Eyed Susan on 4K. So I guess maybe the Vinegar Syndrome Pictures line is their stuff that they produce. But I mean, that's pretty cool. It's got a lot of special features as well. Actually got a ton of special features. Looks like you got 5 interviews and conversations and featurettes, and you got deleted scenes. So yeah, it's something I don't, know too much about, but I would be willing to check it out at some point for sure. Black Eyed Susan. Let me know if you're excited for that. And we got Cannibal the Musical as well. This is written and directed by Trey Parker, and I imagine also starring Trey Parker. So yeah, this is a musical. I don't know if this is newer or not, but Cannibal the Musical is coming out from Degasser Video for $37.99. We can scroll down. Brand new video restoration. Oh my God, there's a lot of stuff with this. Yeah, I don't know too much about this one. Pretty cool though. This is from, oh my God, this is from 1993. So this has to be one of the first things that Trey Parker and Matt Stone ever did. That's actually pretty damn cool. I don't know if I'll be getting it, but it's pretty cool. Cannibal the Musical. You can also get it on VHS tape for more than the actual. This is where we're at right now, guys. The VHS tapes are costing more than the regular Blu-rays. Oh my goodness. And then lastly, you got Ron Sullivan, The Early Years. Don't know too much about this. I don't know if this is a director. I don't need to show that for too much. If there's, how many films is in this? Looks like there's 3 films on this set. And there's brand new interviews, archival interviews. You got Lust Weekend, the bizarre ones. So yeah, I don't know if these are, lean more on the adult film side or exactly what this is, but that is coming out as well on Blu-ray. So yeah, we got 6 releases that were announced for the month of November, but we got 2 releases coming. And I will say you can get, let me back up real quick. You can get the entire package with the 2 mystery releases that are coming out at the end of the month for $254.99. Right now, you can get the mystery titles by themselves. You can just take a chance and pre-order them for $82.99, and then you can pre-order all the releases individually that were announced today. But let me get into these real quick because they kind of drop some hints here. Let's see. Timid about setting foot into the uncharted wilderness of Congo. Bashful about your singing voice in Cannibal the Musical. Unprepared to see the future of Black Eyed Susan. Too early in the season to hit the slopes and blood tracks, and not a closet party animal on the search for Mr. Goodbar. There's hope for you yet with our duo of secret releases. As we've hopefully demonstrated in the past, we've often saved the weirdest, wildest, and most unexpected films as surprises, and this upcoming duo will be no different, including 2 world 4K UHD debuts full of murder, mayhem, dark secrets, and devilish past. This set is one you won't want to miss. Oh, they're saying it's a set. Are they saying it's a set? Or are they saying that the set of both of these? Are they calling both of these together a set? That's what I want to know. But yeah, I'd be curious to what these are. They're saying they sound like horror films of some kind. I mean, last year is when they announced David Cronenberg's Existence, and I forget the other one they announced with it. But yeah, it's exciting time for Vinegar Syndrome for sure. But I'm definitely excited for CONGO, guys. Like CONGO, that's just nuts. Like there was rumblings of CONGO last year. Like I heard it, here and there. CONGO was coming, but I didn't know if it'd be real or not. And it's real. It's damn real. I'm excited, guys. CONGO on 4K, looking for Mr. Goodbar. Let me know what you're excited for coming out from the Vinegar Syndrome slate in November. Like I said, check back to Vinegar Syndrome on Black Friday. There will be a sale as well as the 2 new titles that are going to be announced. And all these titles I just discussed, guys, are going to be gone by Monday. So if you want to pre-order these now, you got to pre-order them now, or you're not going to get another chance to until Black Friday weekend. So thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on bell notifications for all future videos, and we'll see you next time.